So body cams, highly useful, especially during traffic stops. You never know what a traffic stop is in fact going to lead to. It can lead to anything, even a dangerous, deadly dispute between a officer and an everyday individual that say may or may not want it to stand and put their hands up. Some people don't want to do that sort of thing. And not only that, I shouldn't say people, but some individuals do feel like that's a violation of rights of just standing there with your hands up as you're being told to do that type of thing by officers. Not everybody feels that that's a legal approach. More so, I would say black folks, possibly white folks too, but for all the struggles and endurance that majority of black folks been through, they ain't gonna want to take the time all the time to freeze and put your hands up. That's how people get killed. So there are in fact body cam apps for situations, traffic stops and all the rest. But yeah, there's apps, is what I should say. Let's see what I wrote. I gotta call myself out over again and again. Oh, like, subscribe, ID in the Discovery Channel. Yes, ID in the Discovery Channel. The links are provided below. Get that Discovery Go app as well as that ID Go app. You might want to get those two things and combine them, make them into one, 2 or 3, something like that. That's a head stroking, yet not completely. That means to embed information to get you to go do that sort of thing. That's what that means, and a play on words. But yeah, my paperwork, it has to be, because I think out of timeline, as in I think and see and perceive things ahead of time. So to keep the focus, as I'm asked, well, why is paper there? I said this before, because I think ahead of time. As in my thoughts dart in traffic when they're not supposed to, as I'm sitting right here. That's only logic reasoning with that. So, well, body cam apps, helping to save lives, even if slightly. To have a body cam, I think that's the best ever invention to man and even to woman. Cause to know, let me see, if I'm out in traffic and anything can be done to me, I'm thinking that sort of thing. Cause see, even individuals be out late at night. You got some people that work overnight. Not third shift, but even that too. You got individuals that in fact work third shift and say go to gas stations in the middle of the night on their break. You don't know who you're going to be stopped by then. And if there's an issue, say the officer might be thinking that you're high or drunk or something, or just might want to pull you over for whatever reason, right? Just to run your plate or whatever, because it's all type of people out here that's not doing the right thing. And so I'm thinking just as good as the daytime as, to say, even a body cam app will work just as good as night. And it has to. And I'm thinking if I was out driving somewhere by myself at night, I would want that sort of thing around, because nighttime means fallen air, as in nobody's around. Fallen air could include you too, in the form of a body. You don't know these officers nowadays. So yeah, recording. Siri. Not Sirius Radio, not even XM Radio, but Siri is the name of the device I'm speaking on. If you install that, the feature, okay, so iPhone. I know I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I should be, because I'm listening to the dog eat, as well as trying to stay in focus, as well as trying to process this information I'm going on right here, right? Using the app, of course, it must be installed. And the feature for iPhone, because see, majority of people nowadays is pronounced as in using the iPhone, right? I myself go for Android though, more so, but everything else is Apple, right? Feature iPhone shortcuts. That's in fact what you will be using, and that all has to be installed. Shortcuts must be set up. Shortcuts is an app where you can write scripts and add on by the name. You can in fact write scripts with that sort of thing and add on by the name of police. Does that make sense? There's add-ons. There's features and there's in fact add-ons. And yet that add-on that I just spoke on is in fact called entitled police. That goes with that, right? Once everything is set up and ready and running, the shortcut feature I just spoke on, once again, it will in fact dim your screen. And it should, because see, you should never be out anywhere, say in traffic during a routine traffic stop or a random traffic stop, being told by an officer anything, such as looking me in the face. Some of them officers do that type of thing, demand you to look in their face, right? Look in their two eyes or what. And that's to make sure you're not on drugs or high or whatever, outside of drug tests and all that, what goes with that, right? Anytime there's a routine traffic stop, you should never be doing, your focus should be on that officer. On yourself, but more so that officer. And his every move in roundabout way with that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Right? More so too if you're black. White males have been known in their being. They just don't show that sort of thing on the news about black or white males being shot and killed. They get shot and killed too. Yes, just as much as even black males in this day and age. And yet the news, ain't a whole lot of news reporting on that. That don't make sales, right? But yeah, you don't ever be fumbling with your phone during no traffic stop. That's not gonna go. So that's why I'm speaking on the BodyCAM app and how the shortcut feature on it for the iPhone, in fact, will dim your screen. It will dim the screen and switch the phone to do not disturb mode, as well as it will also pause music if there's any music that's running. That's a good look, because individuals like myself and so many others are in fact multitaskers. We would in fact stand there, listen to the officer, be all up in the phone, possibly on Twitter or wherever else, texting somebody. That's how you get shot and killed. I done repeated that like 10-15 times, right? So all after that was created afterwards by ways of that add-on. So first off, you got what I spoke on about the feature and all the rest, and then you got the add-on by the name of police, right? So what's created afterwards by ways of the add-on, it would in fact create a text message to whoever you have assigned in your emergency contacts to let them know, to let that individual know you are in fact pulled over by a police officer. That's the latest, greatest motto and invention with that. I wish technology would speed up even more in the area of AI, artificial intelligence. As in, we're too far behind in society in the realm of robotics. And even this is slow. This BodyCAM app and all that, with the features and all the rest, it's a little bit slow. As in dim in the dark, don't you think? Even my background is dim in the dark, despite it not being dark in the room. It's daytime, right? But yeah, some of this stuff is just beyond time, as in years, as in you would thought this would have been back or out somewhere around the late 80s or something, 90s during the crack movement and all the rest. I mean, that's not to say to catch crooks or criminals, no, more so police with their hands, right? We're just a little moving too late with all this, right? More lives would have in fact been saved is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, the emergency contact and the text message goes in with that for the traffic stop. But I already said that about the not fumbling your hands and all the rest, right? And the screen going dim. Notifications on your phone too will be lessened. I should have placed a photo up above my head so you can see what that BodyCAM yeah, just, I mean, many people that watch the news and all the rest see police officers with their own body cams and all the rest. Discovery has its own show in relation to body cams. You're gonna want to check that out too, right? It just, let me cut that short. So yeah, let the focus be the focus. What was that one young individual lady that I can't even remember? It was like a standoff with her. I think she wore braids and had a son or something like that a few years back. Her videos was on YouTube, and I think she was paranoid or had mental illness or something like that, and she did a standoff with her baby. Light-skinned girl, I think she had braids, in her house or something, and they shot and killed her. I think she had more issues because see, to know that even that's not trying to bring the topic back to black folks, but this is very vital information, because once again, to know that a lot of blacks have been through a lot of things, more so through slavery, is to say there's going to be a lot of black paranoia there of officers, and that's how that young lady got shot and killed. She literally bombarded herself or crated herself up in her house with her child involved with that, because she was so paranoid that the police wanted to kill her, and she was making that on numerous videos on her YouTube account, and that ended up coming for her. So even she kind of sensed that as a premonition before, that death was going to meet her. Some people can sense things before, and even in extremes, they can sense it before it comes, right? You don't know what's to greet you tomorrow. Or that could be more so black paranoia in relation to a crooked system and to slavery, right? Yeah, I don't want to. I done been through enough traffic stops to even let you know, in the daytime and at night, in the city as well as out in the country. I've actually been followed by police officers, told to get out the car and everything, cussed them out in the rain and everything. I should have been shot and killed. Some of the things that I've did in my past, not really illegally, no, but disrespecting police officers, that's a no-go, especially when nobody's there to help front you, as in them to take down information what all is being seen. That's why this app is so vital with that, because to know that it's gonna create a text message and send it to somebody in your emergency contacts, whoever you select, as well as it's gonna record it to say, man, you're covered on all sides, and you should be, right? There's legal in that. Going to court more so, right? Anytime you or anyone, is pulled over with law enforcement, because see, people are pulled over all throughout the day, city, state to state, and all the rest, right? That would be for me to question, because see, you can't see it. It's not like it's in, and I have such a visual format mind that I like to see. Like, I wish I could see some of these traffic stops as it's going down. There's over how many billions of people on this earth? Over 7? I was gonna say 7.8. Yeah, we in there in the billions, right? But just you yourself, the viewer, I know I'm all off topic and I should be, right? Consider how many lives are being taken of all races, nationalities, and all the rest during the traffic stops. And visually think and consider what be going on as the traffic stops are happening. There's somebody right now being pulled over, whether it's right here in America or somewhere overseas. Night or daytime. Helps to be being visual as well, as in never lose the art form of imagination with that. So yeah, the app in fact documents your footage until it is stopped, and then it will of course be sent to the contact, and it can also be saved to Dropbox, or it can be emailed too, outside of just being sent in text form. That's such a lovely thing. Anything that's recorded like that can go straight on over to email, that's a blessing, because yeah, court is in fact real. Dropbox too. This video is like repetitive over and over, and it should be, right? I'm saying there's even a lesson in being repetitive, and that's to say to keep up and not fall off. Some people don't understand the game with that sort of thing. Repeating enough just to know to get it. Because you can tell some people and over, don't do this if you get pulled over, don't do that, or just period in life, and they won't even listen to you. They'll just go and do whatever, right? I'm saying in the area, not petty stuff, but in the area where something could lead to them being killed. All this other stuff is whatever. You only live once is what I say. right? But other stuff that involves shooting and killing and being killed is to say, yeah, let me pause. Yeah, let me pause again. Let me get this, because that is too much. Thank you. There ain't no edit on that. There ain't no edit down. I had to, because the dog, she likes to drink a lot of water and possibly pee all over the floor. So not only did me not pausing or edit, not me with the edit on that, taking it out is to represent real life. I ain't editing because that's real life. And not only that, me mentioning my dog and getting up and all, that's real life as well. Some people in America gotta learn how to face real life. As in the science is telling while I'm sitting here. It's real life in the abstraction. So, Discovery logo sits up in the far, yes, ID logo, I'm sorry, Discovery. ID logo sits up in the far left, same thing, one and the same, right? Crooks and criminals with all this, right? So, live now, Deadly Women. And we're on, in fact, Investigation Discovery.com. For those that need to know. Recommended for you. Shouts out to Paula. Each one of these, in fact, you will be met with a description. You can add to favorites by clicking the plus sign. Descriptive. Helps to be descriptive with that and information. See that? That's what I'm speaking on. BodyCAM. Very useful. How many lives are going to be saved with that? And then you're going to have people that somehow thinking and guessing and believing. You're going to be having people that use that sort of thing the wrong way. Imagine if police officers moved ahead of time and find some type of way to disconnect even that. What I'm speaking on, the body cams. You don't never know who's going to use that in ways it shouldn't be. Illegally, I'm saying, because for every one good thing that comes out, there's always some bad boys out here that's going to do stuff and use it in ways that it's not supposed to be used for, and sometimes in forms of the latest, greatest inventions. And even that helps to forward society, sometimes using things in ways that it shouldn't be used. That's how science has helped to improve and even cure cancer, yes, and other deadly diseases. Sometimes you should want to use things. There's a wrong and right. I should make a video about that and make it long enough for for police to even see with that sort of thing. When things are invented, you use it for the right way, but you should also too want to test the limit of using things for the wrong way in a controlled experiment. Discovery would know about that sort of thing. The controlled experiment. Using things, how can I use a BodyCAM app for traffic stops, but also use it in a way that I can use it to invent something more to help society to move us forward as a whole, as human beings? You just don't take something and take it one way. No, you help to use that for amplification purposes, as in helping to move society forward. Because see, it's a lot of individuals that sit on their lazy behind in their lazy time, such as free time, and they don't do nothing animated, creative enough to help society move forward. And that's why we so behind in life. That's why it's hard to see, well, where's the cure for HIV and AIDS? Where's the cure for cancers? Where's a cure for many of these deadly diseases? That's to have not much to go on. As in, it's the wasting away process as it's happening for many people that are dying of those diseases, because some people wouldn't even want to play a prank on police officers by trying to do stuff such as using a BodyCAM app or whatever in ways to say, yeah, once again, how could I use this? Seeming we don't have too much to go on anyway for the curing of these diseases out here. Even lupus itself, chronic diseases. I need to use this to see in my free time, how can I use this to create something better for the betterment of humanity as a whole, and do it in a legal way. Not too many people think like me. My mindset personality, once again, is INTJ. INTJ. I fit in, but not at all with American society, because I am 1 or 2% out of all. Yeah. 2%. INTJ personality right here in America being only 2%, which means my thoughts, ideals, perspectives, and feelings is not going to be the same as the average normal individual. I'm in fact a genius sitting here. Genius. And it has to be said, despite my stories being all not neat and all over the place and all the rest, because sometimes I don't have time to even go on with that sort of thing, right? When I tell stories, the timeline is all out of way because I'm too busy thinking about technology type of stuff. Artificial intelligence, as in moving us forward. Trying to find ways outside of the BodyCAM app to come up with, say, a chip that can be embedded in the body and distributed, to human beings that say is living with HIV and AIDS, and how that sort of thing could possibly cure an individual. Because there's blood and body cells with that. And to say that medication will sometimes fail you is to put something else there, such as a device, to rid things. Devices more so can fail, but not as much as medications going into the body. Because see, there's a filtering process with even that, as in bodily organs. And yet even a mechanicalized chip will bypass that, because the chip will regulate the body, then the chip will regulate a chip embedded inside of an HIV and AIDS patient's body. That chip will regulate the human being body before and quicker than the body itself, and more so quicker than, say, AIDS patients' medications. Remember, it's a machine. A chip is in fact a machine, right? That's why I was saying I'm genius when people say, well, don't say that about yourself. No, yes, I should, because I always think about the latest and greatest. And it's for humanity as a whole. As in, even that has to be thought out in the process with that. Because to not do something right in ideals or even artificial intelligence with robotics and all that, and be putting stuff and embedding things in people's bodies mentally, me having those ideals before, me thinking it 20 years, 30 years before, not thinking it well thought out. If I don't think that the right way, as to say, even people can be killed in that. It helps you use your time wisely, as in, freely with that. So once again, descriptions are in fact here. Unlocked episodes, you can be greeted and meted with an audio visual preview by clicking the play button right there. Add to watch later, you can do that too. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Because I kind of feel like I am. Maybe I should scroll down a little bit sooner. People Magazine investigates. That's a lovely one. That's something you should, in fact, want to watch, as in check out. It's the best. Consider People Magazine with that. To sign in on last night, gain access to this is, in fact, click right here. That's the pad. It's locked down. That's exclusive for you. Gonna provide your provider to gain access to that. There's multiple ones like that. Unlock series preview, same thing. You can scroll on this yourself, because once again, it is investigationdiscovery.com. ID Go original series. Yes. Shouts out to Lieutenant Joe Kenda. I always say that. Schedule preview. Crime Feed News. To gain access to the crime feed news, crime feed, yes, news.com is in fact real. It's relatable in substance. It gets to the heart of the matter of who shot what, who killed what, or who hung what, even in asphyxiation with stuff, right? To access that is to click here, and it's going to take you on the outside to crime feed. Crimefeed.com. Did I say crimefeednews.com? My apologies. Not crimefeednews.com, no. Crimefeed.com. To receive a newsletter is in fact type your email address in and click next. See what I said? Because see, I have to keep my thoughts move angular, as in they don't move in a forward direction. As I'm sitting here, my thoughts are moving all over the place. They are. Like a moving train. And yet it's tunnel. That's tunnel vision. And yet I'll be thinking about so much other stuff outside. I should. Soon enough, I'll make more videos about me chilling back, laid back on camera, just speaking random off topic and conversation, because even that's interesting outside of just these type of videos. Yeah, I'm sure somebody would love that. Smoking a cigar with that, I said that too. So yeah, leave me a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you feel about random police stops and all the rest with that. How do you feel about police as a whole? Do you think they do a good for society, or do you think they need to be removed in service? I allow you, the viewer, yes, to do that. Leave the comment. And I'm in fact gone to the next video.